Hey everybody, Sam here, also known as Mr. Stainless, and today what I want to chat about is whether you need to have played the Division 1 in order to play the Division 2 and understand what's going on. You see, as someone who picked up the Division 1 pretty late, very recently, I understand this question because this was the reason why I bought the Division 1 in the first place. After the second game was announced, I thought it looked pretty cool. I had let the Division 1 pass me by and I kind of thought, you know what, I should probably pick up this first game in order to fully understand what's going on in the second, so I can understand the mechanics and know what's going on. So without making you wait 10 minutes to get this answered, I'm going to tell you right now, no, you don't need to have played the Division 1 in order to play the Division 2. What I would say though is that you might find after playing the Division 2 that you might want to go back and play the Division 1 to see how it all began, mainly because the mechanics that you'll see in the Division 2 seem to be somewhat an evolved version of what we're seeing in the first game, and I think the Division 2 is actually going to be a better game for you to introduce yourself to the franchise with, and here's why. The first reason is the setting. So in the Division 1 you are playing in the wintry remains of New York City. It's gorgeous, it's fantastic, it's icy, it's really cool, it's full of Christmas vibes, but it's very confined, and it all seems much the same. That's not a fault of the developer, I will say that right out of the bat. It's kind of just the fault of New York City. No offense to New York City and the people that live there, but for those of us who grew up in the countryside and cities that are not New York City, it all kind of looks the same, really. Washington DC is a little bit of fresh air, really, with regards to the map. You've got a lot more variety. There's a mixture of confined cityscapes, which will feel very familiar to players of the Division 1. However, there's more wide and open expanses, which you can get caught up in sniper fire and get completely owned by the AI, but it adds more variety, and there's a lot more play variety whenever you're walking through this city. With regards to the story, there are some threads that are interlinking the two games, but it's not the kind of case that you're playing as the same character, from what I'm aware, between the two games. There may be some characters that are throwbacks to the Division 1, but the antagonists that you're going to be playing against in the Division 2 completely separate than what you were playing against in Division 1. So it's not going to be a case of The Witcher, for example, where you're playing this sweeping narrative and you're playing as the one person through all three games. You're playing as an agent, you're in that city trying to help the people who are in that city, and it's very present to your location. One of the main reasons why I think actually the Division 2 is a much more welcoming game to people who are new to the franchise is because of the Dark Zone. So for me, PvP is scary, I'm going to be honest with you, and I love PvE, I love playing cooperatively. PvP scares me because I'm crap at it, and that is genuinely the only reason. It's nice and quiet, you're walking around, you're minding your own business, you're just in there to grab some cool loot and make your character look really nice, and then all of a sudden you're in a gunfight, and I crap myself, and then I die, and I lose all my loot. And that was what was scary about the Dark Zone in the Division 1, was that whenever you went in there, you were more or less playing against people who'd been playing the game since launch, and that was intimidating. In the Division 2, if you get it at launch, of course you're all on the same playing field, but one of the things I really like about the Division 2 is that there isn't just one Dark Zone, there's three. And while your initial thoughts may be, Sam, that doesn't seem to make sense. Instead of having one scary thing, we've now got three scary things. Are you insane? No, sir. Well, yeah, slightly. Two of the Dark Zones that are in the Division 2 are very similar to what you'll have experienced in Division 1. The third, however, is a lot more of the kind of beginner's playpen of Dark Zones, if you will. Whenever you enter this third type of Dark Zone in the Division 2, all of your gear is standardized. So for instance, if you're going in there with a level 1 assault rifle and you meet a guy who's level 50 with his level 50 assault rifle, the stats of your weapons will be standardized. Basically, it means that everybody will be on a somewhat even playing field. And I think that is a great introduction for people who, like myself, are a little bit intimidated by the Dark Zone, but we know that it's a necessary evil in order to get some of that sweet high-level loot. So, do you need to go back and play the Division 1 in order to understand and fully appreciate the second game? I would say no, not particularly. However, I would recommend going back and playing the Division 1 if you can pick it up on sale and you enjoy the Division 2 once it launches. definitely give it a go and play through it. It'll be a very, very different experience than what you're going to be experiencing in Division 2, but if you're a fan of the franchise and this is a game that you really get your teeth sunk into, I think you will appreciate going back and playing the first one. But folks, those are my thoughts. Would love to know what you think down in the comments below. I, for one, I'm hoping to pick this game up at launch and jump into the Dark Zone and probably crap my pants. If you would like to see more Division 2 content here on the channel, do feel free to let me know down in the comments or leave a like. It's a really good way for me to understand what you guys are thinking. But until next time, folks, have a great week, and I will, of course, speak to you all soon.